it's going to be Ash Woods. Just turn that down a little bit. That's quite loud. All right. What the fuck? Yeah, no, this isn't gonna do. I'm just gonna do flat, I think. That's just no bueno. Let's do this again. North, easy, flat, and Ash Woods. Right, so we start with 40,000. What's this? Conservation credits. Selling Amazon. I am not paused, so now we're paused. No? So space isn't paused. Can I change that? Save zoo. No, 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 no. Menu shortcuts? No. Camera controls? No. General shortcuts. Pause simulation. Right. So that works. All right. What's this? Zoo challenge. Have 100,000 guests. No, 300 guests. All right. So what have we got? Barriers, habitat, nature, facilities, construction, and blueprints. One trade center, exhibit trading, paths. This is what we want. Asphalt, log rounds, tree bark's always nice. Can we align to grid? Yes. Oh, no, that's not how you do it. Why isn't this working? Deselect grid. Right. So this is going to come into this. Now we can align to grid. So we're going to have this. We're going to have escape. What animals can we get at the zoo? Alright, that seems alright. Well, I've never played this game before, so this might take a bit of getting used to. Nature, this is this. Terrain, that's leveling terrain. Zoopedia. Animals. Adopting animals. A habitat, a trade center, a power source, a vet, some casual conservation credits. So facilities. Oh god, this is So that's a trading center. No, let's not have this. That'll be the entrance. Okay, new work zone. Oh, so now we can buy stuff. So I think we're going to start with some of these giant centipedes. What's wrong with this one? Oh, is it bigger? Okay, so we can start with some cheap ones. The Amazon is large, fearsome, and predatory arthropod that is native to the forests of South America and the Caribbean. It is capable of catching, envenoming, and killing many animals, and has learned specific techniques for catching particular prey. The centipede can reach 30 centimeters in length and occur natural. No. So how do I? So habitat. So these are all things they need, I'm assuming. So we don't want the DLCs because we don't actually have any. Facilities. Animal exhibits. So what have we got? We've got one. What is it? Santiago he's called. One male. And so if we get a female. Center Zoo. So these should start breeding now. For probably. Customize. Log. Maintenance. Management. Right, manage population. One male. Priority, age, highest first, lowest first. So all of the new ones. Exemptions is Santiago. We want, so we can have two of each, 2 males and 2 females, and we want age lowest first, except for Alicia. Processing, self cache. Right now we need some zoo, maybe staff. Yeah, that's it. Right, so we need a caretaker. We need a keeper. And we'll also get a vet. Facilities. Can I guest facilities? So I could start. Do we have speakers? Zoo entrance. Guest spawner. Information center. Cano. Information center. I watched Alfie play some of this, and I think there's like little speakers you can put. Staff facilities. Let's make a path this way. Oh, shit. That's what we wanted. And then we'll put the staff facilities here. We'll have a small zookeeper's hut. An trade center. Alright, so what else do we need? So we can... Yeah, I know we're in the red. Let's maybe get a chief beef. drink shop. We have a drink shop and a food shop. So we'll move this to about here, and then we can start. Here we can have people going off. Gulpy soda. Need a staff room. Oh. And it's close to this one as possible. Right. Need a workshop. Right, we're just going to place all of this down here. Vet surgery. Quarantine. Research center. And what was the one? Quarantine. Staff facilities. Quarantine. Right, and we'll start decorating all of this later on. We'll just, for now, we're going to let this run. That's better. What's this? Is this a guest? Yeah, it is. Okay, brilliant. So we've got first guests. Oh, we need vendors as well, don't we? I forgot that was a thing. Assign vendor to shop. We'll assign you to the chief beef. Chief beef. And no. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. And you can go to the Gulpy soda. So this should slowly start making us money. Exhibit. Ecosystem. Layout. So we can start, which one's the research? This one. So we want conduct vet research, right? So what we want is this guy to start researching these, and we'll start getting enrichment and things for it. Ticket price is great, so we can probably turn that up a little bit. Oh. Zoo challenges. Education. Increase Amazonian centipede education rating to 4%. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Looks just right. Just right. So that's that. Exhibit. I don't know where we see the exhibit. Where do we see education? have no idea what I'm doing. Education per species. So no guests educated about animals. Education board's 4. These are all not right, so... Oh, ambient speaker. There we go. Oh. I think I placed 2 there, yeah. Oh, do we need a power? That's the ambient speakers. That's what we want. So it was in facilities. Actually, no. I'm gonna do something else because I don't think I think I need to research some of the, like. I need to do something else. I can't really play that because I don't really know what I'm doing. What can we do? Bit of raft. Yeah, raft. It should pick up soon. There we go. Oh, and it's crashed. Nope. There we go. I don't really know what I want to play. To be honest, let's play some FF. Just do some MSQ. Fall back on the basics. Oh, that's not right. Where is it? My authenticator. There we go. All right, we're just gonna play some FF because I need to research some of these games before I play them. I think. All right, we'll just do some of the MSQ. Oh, we need to hide the chat, don't we? Oh, there we go. There you go. Thank you, Graha. I don't really know where I logged out, to be honest. Did I log out in Oh yeah, the posture thing. Right, so we're not going to do this. We're going to go to Ilzabard. No, first we're going to go to might as well go to Kugane because it's probably going to be the cheapest. Oh shit! I need to change my stuff. That should do it. Right. And we need to go to the Ruby Bazaar. Sorry, but I'm a bit busy. It's not the fucking Ruby Bazaar, it's the bloody marketplaces. I do this every time. Every damn time. Hey, looks like we made some money. Right, so that's acidic secretions. And then bronze pieces. Hang on, how many tomestones do I have? 1,000. Alright, so I'm just going to go buy me some bloody some balls of fluff. 5,000 XP. And we're gonna do this. 260. 260. Do this. 415. And then we're gonna put up. Nope. Oh, how much is this worth? Nah, it's not worth it. Entrust all of them to retainer. Have retainer sell. Have retainer sell. Have retainer sell. Right. And now we're headed to the the Crystarium. Here's Norrund. Oh, my eye is like tearing up for some reason. I hope I've got like an infection or something. Hopefully not. Where is it? There it is. Right, so we need to go to Summoner. And we need to buy the rest of the stuffs. That's not the right one. So we need, might as well buy the Shoss and the Vembraces because I think that's all I'm going to be able to afford. And then Pete. And we're going to equip them. There we go. And our item score is slowly raising. I think all of this is 80. Nope, that's 70. We need the choker. Choker and earring. I really like this gear set though. It looks really good. I'll go back to White Mage. And we can just slowly repair everything. And I think no. Can we desynth anything? Because That one to keep. Right, nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, that I could probably desync. Desynth. Move this up there. Still Crest I can't do because I'm not high enough level in armor. Don't want to desynth that. What are these? No, don't want to desynth those. Don't want to desynth those. Right, so I think that's all I can. What's this? Bookworm. Oh, that's for the sage. Alright, I already have them. Healing. I think that's everything I can desynth. For now. Oh, give me some high quality hemp and yarn. Very nice. I'm going to sell that. Or I could just give it to her. So, right. And now we're going to go to Ulzbard. And we're going to continue with the MSQ. Because I can't think of anything else to do. I might download Roller Coaster Tycoon for next stream. Because that could be quite good. It's this one up. Actions, traits, general. So if I go to decent. It just shows me everything. That's a shame. Right. I can't fly here, so I need to just run. Oh, that's a beautiful mount. I'm just gonna run to this one. I should build me up a bit of God, I've got loads of astronomy. I don't know which one this is. No, that's minions. I want the mount one. I think this is it. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, so this is the Garuda one. I've got to admit, I don't really remember Garuda's theme. Right, so we should have access to the new dungeon in a couple of missions. I remember why I stopped now, because it was bumming me out. Right, so this is where we need to go. If I remember rightly. There's the ground. Because it's under here, but I think you need to go through this place to do it. Maybe I should go up and get that as well. I'm going to change mounts because this is actually driving me mad. That's where I need to go. But I'm going to go grab this bit of map before that. Yeah, it's definitely where we need to go. go. Oh, can I go around? Yeah. Oh, that's a cool mount. That's the tank mount, though. That's like a PvP one, I think. Oh. Oh, I need to turn up the sound, otherwise you're not going to hear the music. There we go. And way down we go. Julius. Of leading ambassadors of an enemy contingent on a salvage mission. We begin our search for ceruleum in Reggio Urbanissima. The first location is Forum Solius, the park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Speak with Alice. Oh, this is the I know which one this is. She'll still have no intention of speaking to me. There's only so much I can do until we are able to procure more medicine. We cannot safely move the injured, and what little provisions we do have are spent keeping both us and the survivors warm. Oh, this is the Leviathan one for sure. I kind of feel like they wanted to do a post-apocalyptic thing, but couldn't quite get there. To think this macabre graveyard from War McKenna was once a park. This is the place. Oh, cinematic. Yee. Nice. So this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were built around them later. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialise. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus von Galvus. Emmet. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect you to find anything here, I've decided to try it one more time, in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. I see glitters. I see glittery boys. War Machina wreckage. Oh, I'm going to go talk to Alfie as well. A cursory inspection of the wrecked Magitech armor confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Eulus said. Oh, there's Eulus over there. I don't imagine there would be much need for Magitech in a park of all places, but then again, I wasn't raised in Garlemald. They may have uses for ceruleum that I've yet to consider. Eulus ignores you as he stares at the water in silence, as if searching for something he knows is gone and will never return. Oh, there's Alice. Alice, sorry about the shock collar. This, whatever it is, appears to have some sort of symbolic meaning relating to this park. Even though this place was named after Solus, it doesn't seem to be a statue of him, at least not anymore. Maybe it was once a fountain, or somewhere the man himself used to sit. Not that it would matter, even if we knew, but I can't help but wonder. Children's slide. I mean, I can't see there being ceruleum in here, but contraption is built in the style of Imperial War Machina, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations. But on closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Oh, there's up there. I'm assuming, yeah, up there as well. Alright. Several points of interest are marked on the map of Forum Soleus. The pond, children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of ceruleum. Shop counter. Though rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant store. Perhaps it was built for children to play as a play at shopkeeper. There is nothing inside resembling Magitech or any other device that would be fueled by ceruleum. I could use this. There's probably ceruleum in here. Oh, it's you. Any luck? There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help notice you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, It's just, I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it freezing over, so, like all the other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when all was said and done, every time. And every time when we'd get home, our mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our deaths walking around like that. The pond was heated. With ceruleum-powered heaters by any chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing engineers changing out tanks. I do remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch. But that was long ago, when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's unbearably cold, though. Eulus, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few foreign signiferi and Medici, so it doesn't scare me. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alphino, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once it's started, a blast of a fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. The tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. Fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. Yep. That may be the stupidest thing I've heard in a while. And that's saying something considering who my brother is. I can't fault your enthusiasm though. Let's do it my way first, and if that doesn't help, perhaps then you can try your method, with Alphino's help. Good gods, be good, it's cold. Perhaps we should have listened to Eulus after all. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. To add insult to injury, the icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Oh yeah, same thing again. Same thing again. Put some regen on me. Beneath the water, your fingers catch onto what you think might be a handle. You open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum tank. However, your grand discovery comes at great personal cost, as you become more acutely aware of the freezing cold and the rancid odour emanating from every ilm of your body. Ulysses would doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him your prize. Right, chill to the bone. We're just going to put regen on us again. Pop in the size. Oh. You found it. There must be another around here somewhere. Did you find anything? I hope you did. Uncovering hidden treasure is an adventurer's bread and butter, though one is not normally required to go elbow deep in ice-cold, stagnant pond water to retrieve it. Nevertheless, many would choose that over mowing down hordes of slavering beasts or solving annoying puzzles. That's it. Oh god, I'm uncomfortably close. I'm very sorry. And there's still some ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alfino a hand. Call me an Ulden because by fire I am reborn. And my clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated, in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Ulysses, you mentioned coming here with younger siblings. Did you grow up in Gulmald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire, awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Gulmald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal, with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving the same welcome. Knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing lights in all the houses. Hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, or happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come. We need to hold on a little longer. Hand. I don't know what my eye level now is, so we should be hitting new gear time soon. So it's not as good as what we've got. I think it was hand gear. they don't look very good with the gear I've got. I'll say. Well, at least my clothes are finally dry. Though they could still do with a proper wash. Owing to the wealth of experience I've accrued in gathering firewood, I was even able to provide Ulysses with some basic pointers on the subject. I thought it might help to build further build a rapport and to distract him from his other concerns. I'm going to step back a little bit. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapade in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. Everything was built on an enormous scale, and with thick, cleanly cut stone, much like Amarot. Given what we know now, such similarities are no coincidence. The War Machina appeared to be patrolling the area of its own volition. I wonder whether it's simply following its original orders, or if it now serves the Telophori. As you can see, the place is littered with the remnants of various types of War Machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, that time being now. Rather than prise them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you to stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering, though, you should check the Machina's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Let's just give these like 10-year-olds fucking explosives. Yeah, I guess they are like fighters and shit, but oh god, look at this zone. According to the Syrian gauge, it's empty. Giving you no way to turn. I guess we'll use one. You find it to be completely empty. Alright, brilliant. Fuel tank is empty. Right, so let's try blowing this one. You retrieve the War Machina's ceruleum tank to find it's still half full, or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Ulysses will be pleased with your discovery. Yeah, got to fight one of these, and I. So I respec Nuggy as well. Oh. Into a fighter class rather than a tank class, because he can just do damage, can't he? More explosives? Wait, is that what I think it is? Not only did the tank survive the attack that disabled the War Machina in which it was installed, it also escaped the blast of your explosives unscathed. If medals for outstanding service were awarded to inanimate objects, this champion among cerulean tanks would surely deserve one. They got really funny with their writing. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refill quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alcei and Alphinaud are faring. Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of our scouts to follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars. It was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now that's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of your plan to join forces with the Temp and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades are back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then. They had not gone far. We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything. I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually there'll be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. From now on, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station. There you are. I heard you've gone out hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back King's ransom? Hardly. But thanks to these three, we'll have enough to last a little while longer. Well. It's not what I was expecting. These ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. I mean, they're just people. It's a poor attempt at humour. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who will not live to see the morrow. I trust your expedition was fruitful. Lord Quintus. Quintus-sama. He's what you procured to refuel the armour. But sir, what about the heaters for the camp? Time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched. Time for action. What did he mean by that? I can only speculate. Clearly something requires their Magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilise it now or after they join with the 10th is another question. Will they ever escape this cold, return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Julius spoke? Finished your war council? Alfino and Alicia are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their surprise and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location. After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us. Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then? For now, keep yourself out of harm's way before all else. Whatever the demands the Garleans make, indulge them. Everything will be alright, have faith. Get them out of here. Although say will be fine, providing they do not resist. Piece of shit. You will accompany back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent supplies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to legionaries Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot the Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the ill for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me at the exit. Ask the ill. You again. Ask the ill, he said. So, that's to be the way of it after all this. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it, for the glory of Garlemald. What do you want with me? Ask the ill. So Lord Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he would understand, that he would recognize us, the savages a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Lord Varys, Emperor Varys, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. They're gonna try and fucking attack us, aren't they? I mean, they're gonna get destroyed if they fucking try and take us out. Have you done as instructed? The duty involves more than the transportation of supplies, don't they? Duty is rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders, though whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter. A place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. Give me a moment, please. Reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay, unable to move on. It's going to be his home, isn't it? This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother, my sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to, and I had to. I promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. Oh, Iulus. Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. Red link at the center, the blood of the fallen, our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she, too, fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What endearing proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would that have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go. It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do. Aww. Oh, that's cute. It's so cold. Oh, twins. Painfully so. Unbearably. I've been thinking about what Quintus said, about why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimel said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard will we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to the standards, what place is there for us in the world? The truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it is to all of the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention, always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. For this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us, lost in a sea of chaos. searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced. I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them is to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud is a cloud, a flower is no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations. Is that what you think? In my misbegotten youth, well, I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I am reminded that it is far more complex than I ever imagined. But it only spurs me onwards, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the end. All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions. Demands, and you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. The collars will be removed prior to the exchange. So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course. Huh? Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course. But ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish you'd realise it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction, whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber. I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is, you found your own reason to fight. Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telothroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will play a vital part. Will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way. I pray I am up to the task. There will always be naysayers, those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you, so stubborn and strong, stronger than you know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. We'll give you a thick ear, maybe both for good measure. Thank you, Alice. Estinian. The scouts have secured Alice and Alphino. Their colours were removed without complications as well. They report no casualties. not for their party nor the guards. They will wake up from their premature slumber in due course. It would appear the situation has changed. I now propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person. No, in the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second. Ambush. More are coming, make ready. How many people? There weren't this many people in the fucking place. We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legions, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return. Stop, both of you. This child may be the worst emissary I've ever seen. We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by the members of the 10th, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. Hello? Alright, that's better. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 12th has ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. This is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid. Lies, every word. It's the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to the Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down. You've been listening, my lord. What are your orders? Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope and now dignity. I release you from your duty, all of you. I take solace, Your Radiance, in the knowledge that you're not here to witness our debasement. It was a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. And the two sides of one coin. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished. Oh no, Quintus. Quickly, we have to reach the station before it's too late. Is there still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce? We must take it. I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash. Quintus. We will make no attempts to resist. Much more has occurred since we last met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they were sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic. But perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Eudes back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling to or unable to leave. For the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphino, Alisei, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood. Oh, I'm actually gonna back and wait. I think this is going to be an Aether Current. Yeah. Just who I was looking for. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Rimmelnolt of Ishgard. I've been put in charge of arrangements with Tapper's Den, you see. However, the very first of the Tappers to come bearing ceruleum has asked quite a lot of us, if I do say so. They wish for our help in getting Uturna Platform G up and running. The very same platform that's at the head of the Imperial's primary energy pipeline. What's more, he's a Garlean. I was convinced that only the engineers in the Tapper's Den were from conquered territories. In any case, I'm not qualified to judge the motives of the man. I'd feel much more at ease if someone of your experience helped making the call. I thank you for your willingness to assist. Let's go and speak to the Tapper in question, then. He's a man by the name of Appius. Where's Appius? There he is. I suppose you must be the friend Rimmelnold wanted to fetch. You have my thanks for getting him to agree to my proposal. Do not misunderstand. I have yet to agree to any such thing. I merely wanted someone else to present during our talks. Very well. Though I do believe my proffered deal would be a boon to us and the Ilsabard contingent alike. I used to work on Uturna Platform G, you see, so I know the most about the facility and its operation. That may be so, but your relationship to the facility notwithstanding, why should a Garlean such as yourself still be taking refuge in Tapper's Den? We've been led to believe that the former workers residing there were from other territories. You're right on that technicality. I was a supervisor rather than your typical staff. When the platform went down, it seemed only right that I stay with my crew. I always thought we were close, but living alongside them in Tapper's Den has made me realize that I took them and their skills for granted, and that's to say nothing of the blind eye I turned to their struggles. That's why I came to you. It's high time I be of some real use to them, and everyone else if we're lucky. If we manage to get the platform back in working order, it'll dramatically increase our capacity to pump and refine ceruleum for everyone in this region. Sadly, we're more than a few hands short of a full workforce, not to mention the lack of supplies, which is precisely where you come in. Help us get things up and running again, and you'll have your share of cerulean coming out of the rig. You couldn't come up with a more mutually beneficial arrangement if you tried. So he says, what do you think? He seems trustworthy to me. Yes, I've been leaning that way myself. Ultimately, what he says about the potential benefits is true. Nevertheless, I doubt the higher-ups would assent to this. I suppose that's how it goes when you're dealing with the military types. For what it's worth, I do understand the hesitancy to throw your lot in with someone from a hostile nation. Thus, part 2 of my proposal. I shall do you a service to prove myself worthy of the contingent's trust. I had a look around the fringes of your camp here before you arrived, and I've spotted a few ceruleum engines in need of repair. If I fix them up, your superiors will have no reason to suspect that I want you driven out. Less reason, in any case. Assisting us with the use of local technology would go a long way, I imagine. That said, I've not heard anything about the ceruleum engines we've scavenged breaking down. It's not as though they're entirely useless yet, but I guarantee they're not running as they should. Give me the opportunity and I can have them working more efficiently and safely. You are welcome to accompany me while I do so. That way you can ensure that I don't get up to anything suspect, and then vouch for me and to your superiors. I have no objections. I trust you will sense anything amiss. Let's begin with a proper inspection then. We can get to work as soon as you're ready, Pachaka. Though the ultimate purpose is to get the engines running at full capacity, the purpose of this inspection is to work out what parts we'll need. However, I would hate to fumble something and be accused of sabotage, so I'd appreciate it if you could be the one to lay hands on the device. Never fear, I'll be right behind you telling you what to look for. If we inspect, say, 3 of them, we should have a decent idea of what needs repair. Lead the way. Yeah. Right. Oh, there's one. Alright, so now I know what we're looking for. It should be easier. Oh, no, I'm going the wrong way. There's another one. Oh. Hang on, our piece is right here. There we go. That was weird. They might be in the house. Maybe not. In here? There's one. Praise be to your deft hands. I have an idea of what our next step ought to be. Though perhaps it would be best to apprise Rimmelnaut of our progress first. Yes, I know he's right there. I think I've learned enough. Let's report to Rimmelnaut. Fucking hell. How are our engines? Alas, as I fear each of those that we examined was guaranteed to break down sooner or later, should you continue to using them in their current state. Surely you jest. I swear on my integrity as an engineer. You are in dire need of instruction in the proper operation of ceruleum engines. You saw the little lamps light up when you touched the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there's an issue with the engine. They were switched off for want of fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, which prevented them from burning out, only to let them freeze solid air instead ere your lot turned them on. From the state they're in, I can only assume it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I noticed you have heating technology of your own, but it will do you no good should the engines to power them break, now will it? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from my assistance. I am a mechanist from frozen climes myself, and what you say sounds plausible enough. Very well. On the behalf of the camp, I formally ask you to repair the ceruleum engines. I suppose that means I'll be taking responsibility if anything goes wrong, so you may as well use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew you'd come around. Yes, no, just a quest. It's travel, isn't it? So we've now got, we've got a few more we need doing. I could go and get that one. So how many travel ones do we need? 3. Oh yeah, it was up there. Alright, we can't get up there yet. Nope, don't want to fight you. Yeah, I know. You're not happy. I'm not looking forward to them finding Quintus. What are you doing back here? Where are Euless and the others? I did not expect you to arrive so soon. There's been a development. Perhaps you'd best see for yourself. It is a comfort to see thee none worse the way for these ordeals. Chaka and Euless. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties, and then, when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't. Thancred of the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to his remains. In due course, shall the Relegatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of refugees here to Broken Camp Glass. Broken Camp Glass. Should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned. We just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see that they reach the camp safely. Nod. Oh, yes. After what happened to his family, the first thing was all Euless had left. Now even that's been taken from him. He's not alone in that either. There's a comfort in having someone to follow, someone to lead. Sabinianus. I do hope the Ilsbard contingent actually makes some kind of difference around here. We've got the roads covered, don't you worry. Things may get chaotic out there, but just take it as slow and steady as you can, alright? Get out of my ear, will you? I'm exhausted. The last thing I need is you and your drivel. Lord Quintus was our rock in the storm, and now we are without leader, without direction. Nevertheless, we must live on, even if that means consulting with our former enemies. Well, what do you want? Tell me about yourself. I am Decimus, Centurion of the First Legion. It is my sworn duty to defend Garlemald from barbarians such as you, and your very presence here is an affront to my honour. This is Tertium, third among the stations that encircle the city. The decommissioned carriages now serve as the First Legion's temporary base of operations. It has also become a safe haven for those fleeing the turmoil that has befallen the capital. With what scant supplies we have are distributed among civilians and soldiers alike. We strive to maintain some semblance of order in these dark times. Our true objective, however, is not merely to survive, but to reclaim our home. We have no time to deal with your band of savages, and if you dare to interfere with our affairs, I will not hesitate to cut you down. I know not how to offer encouragement or solace to these poor souls, but if it's safe passage to our camp they need, I'll gladly oblige. I'm still trying to get this Aetheryte working again. If nothing else, we might be able to reach other parts of the city to scavenge for provisions. Try as you might, any words of comfort we may offer are like to fall on deaf ears. We are but strangers from foreign lands, perhaps in their eyes the very cause of their suffering to begin with. Nevertheless, we mustn't give up. Why? This is where it happened. Best not to dwell on it. Not when there's work to be done. Everything's going to be alright now. Since hearing about Lord Quintus, I confess I've many and more thoughts on the subject. Few can deny he was a man of principle, misguided though he may have been. No matter what may betide, I have my daughter, and that alone shall keep me from succumbing to even the darkest of nights. To employ healing magics now would likely invite catastrophe, as thou canst attest from thy experience at Victor's spoils. Indeed, the guardians of your ability to manipulate Aether with the same suspicion that many Eorzeans do Magitech. At least the pain proves I'm not dead yet. Our pride, our culture, our knowledge, all of it gone. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me. Take me with you, please. Well, got the Aetheryte sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. It's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I've heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while the words start to lose meaning, until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'll be glad to help. To accept, sorry. I'm sorry, I just jumped on that guy. I'm assuming it's in the first carriage. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass. What we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of Limins and friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at the camp. A thoroughly treated chain's capable of binding even the wriggliest of opponents. We've orders to assist the refugees, but we've received little more from them than icy glares. That will not deter us, though. They may be from our enemies, but we're here to offer aid, and aid we shall offer. We've got... yeah. I mean, this is another Aetheryte. Oh, there's a Chocobo Keep. Excuse me, ma'am, have you seen a little boy with hair a similar shade to mine? He's my son and I can't find him anywhere. It all started when I told him we would seek refuge in your encampment. and he started wailing and sobbing like I'd never seen. The next thing I knew, he was running hells for leather, goodness knows where. I'm worried that he may have left the station altogether, and the streets are rife with danger. Please, could you help me find him? Oh, you will. Bless your heart. If I know my son, he's probably tried to return to our house. To the north of Palatium Novum. Try there first before anywhere. He'll be easy to recognise, I should think, what with the colour of his hair and all. I really wish we could fly. Go get that one in a minute. Oh, nice. Pretty quicker than the mounts right now. Oh, there he is. Another block street. Who are you? Mother sent you. Tell her I won't go to the enemy's camp. I'm going home. The boy with the sky blue hair has made good his escape. You had best resume your search for this obstreperous youth? Maybe. I think that's what it said. Stop following me. Bitch, please, was the look on my... Once again, the boy with the sky blue hair has taken flight. Will likely be looking over his shoulder for signs of trouble from now on. With a worried sigh, you resume your hunt. Another one of these. Going home. I'm going home no matter what. Must have been the wind. This is irritating. I think Chomusuke warned me of this. So hide behind here. As he turns round. Alright. We are going to do this, no matter how many times it takes. This is extremely frustrating. Okay. Gasp. Must have been the wind. Or perhaps I lost her. I hate these quests. Turns around here as well. I got a bit cocky last time. Must have been the wind. Right. Shut up. You'll hear us. Come on. Oh shit, he's gonna see me. Oh, fuck this. Alright. I don't need this save right now. Fuck it. I'm not spending any more time on that right now. Can't be asked. fact, I think I'm just going to call it here. I'm just going to teleport back to camp to Tertium. That's pissed me off.